Alright, you guys, it's Anthony, Shining Light Fishing. We're on the Cumberland River this morning. We don't get out here much, but we're gonna give it a shot. So y'all stick around. We got skipjack, white bass, and gizzard shad. Each one got a skipjack head, a white bass head, a gizzard head, and then the first cut behind the head on all three. So we got, by all means, the very best bait you have on Tennessee River is represented here. Other than, you know, I mean, I like other stuff too, and I really love suckers, big suckers. But anyhow, let's get them in the water, and we're gonna give this spot some. We're pretty close to the bank. Be able to see, we're sitting right up. We're right up tight. Again, the bank. It's a pretty steep drop off right here. Marking tons of fish. The bank kind of cuts in and comes back out. It's like a bowl in here, and then a steep drop, rocky ledge, then the main channel is out there. So, and we're marking a lot of fish. First time we've ever been on this spot, but we like the way it looks, so we're gonna give it a try. All right, let's get them in the water. We'll be back. Had some breaking fish over there. I think it's largemouth bass spot or something, but it is fish. I don't know if it's a skunk buster on a catfish video or not, but to be honest with you guys, I just like to catch fish. See if we can get him around here. Oh, nice bass. Look at that. Yeah, buddy. Shoot, yeah. Look at that. I'm talking about hooked. Hooked too good. I don't want to hurt him or my Foley spoon. Alright, y'all. There he is. This is our second spot. No, this is actually our third spot. We've at least had bites. Just nothing major on none of them. All we've caught was well, actually we caught two of the little bass throwing the Foley spoon to the bank. But we're gonna pull these up and probably gonna have to go drag. I primarily anchor fish, that's what I enjoy. But what I like more than anything is actually catching fish. So we're gonna have to pull these up. I've got a secondary channel picked out behind an island. We'll try that. If that don't work, we'll get way back in one of the creeks in the real shallow backwaters and give that a try. So we'll get back to you when we get set back up on our drag. All right, so just bear with us. It ain't working out too good so far. So far, the Cumberland River has whooped me. So let's give her a try. All right, y'all, we're dragging. Just got set up good so far. I don't know, we've made it about 100 yards, got everything in good. And we had no luck yet, but we ain't give up. Like I say, so far the Cumberland has whipped us. And I know there's good fish here. I've seen them. All right. Keep your eye on them. There's one, there's one. Let me get my little jig reeled in. There's one off. I don't want to lose my jig. I believe he's still there. There just ain't a whole lot to him. All right, y'all. Dragon is Man, I did a lot of work to catch nothing. And about, he come off, I didn't hook up good. Doggone. That 15 minutes or less, we was done hooked up. Hopefully, we'll get on up through here and catch a few, get something good on video anyway. There's one, there's one. Let's see here what we got. I believe he's still there. Oh yeah. Man, we've been messing up on anchor. Messing up on anchor. It's alright though. Sometimes it takes you a little while to figure it out. Feels like a pretty good fish, of course. Got decent flow and we're moving up river. See if we can keep him out of them other lines. Keep tension on him. Well, he's definitely gonna be our best fish for today, right? A decent skunk buster, other than bass, white bass, yellow bass, largemouth bass. Been catching fish. It's not what we're after. Pretty good fish, boys. Pretty good fish. Get him in here. He may pull loose. Hopefully not. We have successfully made a Cumberland River catfish video. Get the hook out. There he is. See, about 14 pounds. Not bad for the first fish. All right, we're gonna keep going up through here, get some bait back on that one, get him out in the water, and see what happens. All right, there's one. First throw on the Foley spoon. Looks like a yellow bass. It is. It is. Yellow bass. Being he's fresh, we're gonna hook him up, put him out live, see what happens. They just hang him straight down under the boat. That had a good fresh head on it. We'll save that. Hook him where he can swim good right with the water. Keep from drowning him. Oh, wow. What's gonna eat him? Gotcha. keep an eye on that. Can't wait to see it go down. Got one on. Got one on. Got one on. See if we can get to it. Alright, y'all. Hooked up again. See if we can get it. Hard to tell against this current. Definitely a fish, and I'm glad of that. It's probably been, I don't know, a good 30 minutes since we got that last one. See if we can get this planer off. What did we do? Get up here too shallow? We got a mess already. Ah, he's still on. That one suspended rod over there is hung up. We can get him in right quick to see if we can get that other one unhung. All right, good teener. Skin hook. There he goes. I give him way too much slack way too many times. Alright, see if we can get this other one unhung. Alright, it is. That hung. Unhung. Unhung. Get this back in the water. So there's one pulled off before we ever got to see it. Got one in the teens. That was us in the teens. And I could have took time to net him, but I hate nets. Get the planer on, get it back out there. It's a pretty good little while, like I say, a good 30 minutes since that last one. But both of the ones we actually got to the boat, I think come off this outside planer. So if we keep that up, we may have to go right up the middle of the river. Alright. We've made it through. I get the casting here, we'll catch another fish. Now I'll be all tangled up again. Alright, y'all, we're about to burn up out there dragging. So we pull back. We just beached the boat on a sandbar under a shade tree. And we're fixing to put some bait out, give it about 30 minutes, and see what happens. Get cooled off. We're spoiled with that bimini top on the targa and on the pontoon. We get a little shade out there, but that sun's rough today. Let's get some in the water and see if we can get lucky. Alright, y'all, that's gonna do us for now. We may get back out here this afternoon, but for right now we're gonna call it. Go back to camp, check on the wife, grand youngin', and we may get back out this afternoon. We'll see. All right, you guys, this is for real. We spent all day getting, perfect, fresh, good bait. We've got skipjack, gizzard shad, white bass, yellow bass, bluegill. I've got a cooler full. There ain't no excuses. We got, other than the fact we got 71-degree water temps, and I'm on the Cumberland River, and I've came out here, you know, half a dozen times in my life. Fished the Kentucky Dam, Barkley Dam, up on here, there, and yonder. I've yet to have a excellent catfish trip out here, knowing that you can, but I've not. I've just not had it, and we're aiming for tonight to be that night. I've got a bunch of creek mouths picked out. I've got great bait. Now I'm set up a little bit different in this hole, in this creek mouth. I'm actually right up inside the creek mouth, and I'm gonna throw my bait right down the creek and right out into the entrances of it. Anything that comes up in here, there's huge backwaters behind me for the fish to feed in. There's tons of fish on the screen. I don't know what all they are. It's all kinds of stuff. At the very least, we ought to catch some dinks. I mean, there's no excuse not to catch nothing. So we're gonna get these baits in the water, and then I'll try to show you what's on the screen here in a little bit, and I'll try to show you on my Navionics on my phone how we're set up. So let's get these in. Like I say, we're starting off white bass head, skipjack head. Got some just about basically whole decent sized gizzards cut up, white bass chunk. We're loaded, and we're in the fish. We're in the river, and we got current. We got everything going our way. So maybe tonight will be the night that we have a good trip out here. So y'all stick around. I ain't playing around. I'm serious about this. I'm gonna get these baits in the water, and I'll get back to you. All right, y'all, I got you. I got them in the water, and I'm gonna take a picture of this screen. Now, I know this ain't catfish, but a lot of this is white bass, yellowback crappie, and things like that. But there's just tons of fish activity around here. So I'm going to video it on my phone so that I can try to show it to you later. Let's see, I'm gonna have to turn the light down a little. See what, there we go. All right, y'all. Let you look at it for a minute. There's tons down on the bottom. There's been a way more than that up in the water column, and it's just continuous. It's a non-stop deal. 71.9 degrees. We're setting 16 foot. We're right dead in the middle of the creek channel, throwing right out of the mouth. That outside rod out there is probably hitting 30 foot or better, and then this far left rod's probably hitting about 4 foot. So I'll save that clip and I'll show it to you. And I'm gonna try to find it. I'll see, I don't know what you'll be able to see on the Navionics to get an idea how this is laid out. Like I say, this is the creek channel right down through here. There's a long point between me and the main river. There's a huge flat, a few hundred yards wide from here to the bank that way. And then it probably goes two miles plus in that back area. And every bit of it is absolutely loaded with bait. I have no idea if you'll be able in any sort of way, because I can't get over there where I can see that. I'll know later when I look. Now I am the little red dot right there in the middle of the creek channel, and you may be able to see that, you may not, but I'm making an effort to show you what's going on. And so anyway, that's where we're at. Absolutely no excuse not to catch some fish tonight. There's no way that 100% of these have gone on spawn, and some's just moving in. There's bait everywhere, and if not, I may catch me a mess of these crappie and take them home, fry them. But anyway, we ain't playing tonight. We're seriously fishing. We got no bedtime. We're here. We're gonna give it all we got. Who knows? Stick around, we'll see what. Honestly, I mean, this time of year and the type of spot I'm setting, I wouldn't know what else to do. They have dropped the water level, so I generally, if I can't get nothing to work, I find me a good deep hole, good ledge, and just hunker up and wait. We ain't been here that long, so we're definitely gonna give it some more time. There he goes. Come on, big boy. Let's get the show on the road. I don't know how big a boy he is. Must not be big enough. Starting to get a little chilly. I'm still damp from cast net and bait. It don't take a whole lot. I think we got a barge coming up the river. Can't tell, but I'm way off to the side, so I should be all right. Maybe we can get us a true blue barge bite. All right, he took it over this time. I don't know exactly how. I wasn't paying attention. Dig it under. All right, we're getting somewhere. Huh. I don't know. We got a mess. I can't see which way it's twisted. There's a fish on one of these. All right, we got that much, I think. Best I can tell. He swam out into the river. Alright, y'all. I don't know what all else he's got tangled up out here. Well, probably a stinking old channel cat. No, it's a blue. At least we got the skunk out. I don't know how he got that thing tangled up so much. I probably did that. Alright. There is number one. And he came off of the shallowest rod, but he tried to carry it out to deep water. He acted like he's going too earlier, then I checked it and there wasn't nothing there. Alright, y'all. Skunk out. There he is. Decent little old fish, maybe 8 pound. Not the one we're looking for, but we'll keep trying. I believe we've got fish number 2. It just ain't much to him. We still ain't got the one we're looking for. I started to say they better be glad we ain't eating fish, but we may be. That some gun came off, I think. No, he's there. He's just little and fast. And he ain't a catfish. You look. There. Old Drummus. Well, it's fish number 2. See what else we can get. It ain't really going the way I'd like so far. This is an excellent layout. Kind of hard to give it up too quick. We've been here a little while. Let's wait a little while longer. All right, we got one getting a little more serious with it there. He pulled it down pretty good. Maybe it ain't a drum. I don't know. Maybe he dropped it. But big boy's coming through here tonight, and we're gonna be here to get him. Come on, get it. Get it. Oh, we had him, but we lost him. Got her bait. We'll get some more back out there. See what happens. The one we're looking for is just gonna bow it up and that's the end of the story. All right, maybe next time. All right, y'all, we'll give this spot long enough. We've had a few decent pull downs with no hookups, and got one cat in the boat and a drum in the boat. I think that's it. Throw the cast net off the side because there's a lot of bait flipping. Got it hung on the bottom, tore up my cast net. So anyway, we're gonna get these in, and I got some more creek mouths that I want to try. Set up a little bit different on the next one, see what happens. All right, y'all. We're gonna get some bait back in the water. We're set up a little bit different this time. Creek mouth is right over here, pouring off. We're sitting right on the edge of the ledge. We'll be able to put some up in the creek, some out in the main river channel, and some down the bank below the creek. Like I say, we're bait rich, so it ain't the bait's fault. Let's get some in and see what we can do. We still ain't giving up. We're looking for a big Cumberland River fish. All right, hang on. Believe we got one going down for the count. He's still hanging on to it. Come on, big dog, take it. We need a good one. Man. Come on. He still got it. He's easing on down, easing on down. Come on, get it, get it. Come on, come on. I believe he's carrying it down the river. There he goes. Get it. Get it. I'm a little antsy tonight. I'm gonna have to give it up and check it. Probably ain't got no bait left, but I'm gonna give it a minute. I'll go ahead and cut a piece of bait. And before I reel it up. All right, we got us a 10-aught Reaper, Hooker's terminal tackle, and that definitely is one of my favorite hooks. But anyway, the way that bite was, that fish was carrying that bait somewhere to get in, and it definitely didn't bite like a channel cat, and it pulled down nice and slow like a good flathead. So hopefully he'll come back out, and we got a little bit different deal on him now, and maybe we can get him. So we went up to an 8-ounce weight too. We'll put it back out in the main channel here. That fish carried that almost halfway to the bank, nice and easy. There wasn't none of that rapid tap like an old channel. So, and he didn't take it off down the river like a blue. So we're looking for a big flatty. Hey, one hit this and carried it a little ways out of that creek. We'll tighten down on it, see what he does. I can't get them to cooperate and just bow it up. They need to just do their part. They carried it back out of the creek again. Let's see what's going on. I think he's turtles up in there. We'll try that. We may finally have one hooked up over here. I don't know. We finally hooked something. If it's a catfish, it'll be number 2. We've been out here the biggest part of the night. We got one more spot we're gonna try way back in the back of the creek. There he is. Our friend, old ugly Chanel kitty. And I mean ugly. He's pretty good size when I can't hardly grip it. I let him have the bait. What he don't know is he's gonna get eaten tomorrow. So anyway, we get the rest of these reeled up and alright, you guys, I forgot to put an ending to that thing because nothing else happened. So Cumberland River whooped us. We had a good time. If you watched this video, we appreciate you. This is Anthony, Shining Light Fishing. We'll catch you on the next one. And remember, Jesus loves you.